What's up guys, welcome back to another episode of the TRC work truck build. Today we're visiting Fast Forward Race Engines to assemble the new engine for the work truck and give you a behind the scenes look at what goes into making these 2000 horsepower Coyotes. After having an incredible 2023 season, they were able to take home Engine Builder of the Year award, and we're proud to have them in our corner for the build. Let's go check it out. What's up, brother?
What's up, man? How are you?
Good to see you, man.
Yeah, man. How are you?
Thank you so much for having us, dude.
Absolutely, man. Thanks for coming.
We're here. I mean, you guys are just coming off an incredible 2023 season, Engine Builder of the Year award.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's
it's
pretty
awesome.
good. Yeah, we worked hard for it. It was a good year for us. We won a lot of races. We built a lot of good engines this year, and it's nice to get a little bit of reward for that. You know what I'm saying? So
of course.
It was cool.
So we got some parts laid out here.
You do, yeah. This is your.
So give us a rundown. So this is going to be. So this is our block here.
This is it right here.
Oh man.
This is a Gen 3.
I'm excited.
Gen 3, Stage 3. So it's O-ringed. It's sleeved. It's going to have all of our good stuff in it. All Manly products, Manly rods, Manly pistons. Total seal rings. We're using a king bearing on this one here, and it should do everything you're needing to do for sure.
Heck yeah, man.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys have guys out there running these things hard. I mean, so what would you guys rate something like this?
Well,
capability wise, I guess.
We rate these at 1,500 horsepower. We've got plenty of guys making 2,000 horsepower with these.
Wow.
So we have not broke a Gen 3 block. A lot of guys do just go up to that Predator block, but we've not hurt one of these ever. So I don't know where the limitations are on it. You know, all the rotating assembly is the same parts we use in the big builds. So the same Manly I-beam rods, the billet I-beam rod, all Manly pistons, pins, locks. I mean, everything's.
Man, you got me thinking some real bad thoughts that we might need a 2,000 horsepower truck.
Yeah, yeah. You might need a little different transmission in it, but
we would definitely need a different transmission in it.
Different than that 10R. But,
oh man.
But yeah, no, this is going to work really good for you guys, and I think you're going to love it.
Heck yeah, man.
You're going to love it. So.
Well, I'm excited. You ready to get into the build process?
Absolutely, man.
Let's do this, man.
Cool.
First step is we're going to put the crankshaft in the engine. So I'm going to get some assembly lube on these main bearings and thrust washers and prep for dropping it in. We also already have our oil squirter block offs in, and they're torqued down. So ready now to put the crank in. Also, this stud here, we actually chopped the top off it. That's where your stanchion would go for your pickup tube. But the TRC build is going to be using a plastic pan, a Gen 3 pan. So that has an integrated pickup tube in it, so you don't need it. right, now that the short block is all the way together, we're gonna go through and check some clearances. We're gonna check rod side clearance, we're gonna check piston to deck, and also piston rock.
Thank you so much, brother.
Thank you for coming, man. I appreciate it.
It was so awesome watching you put this short block together, dude.
Cool.
You're definitely a master at your craft, man.
Yeah,
I'm so excited. I imagine you've done quite a few of these things.
Absolutely, yeah. I've been with Fast Forward for about 10 years now, and probably been assembling for, I don't know, 6+. So, several hundred to say the least, yeah.
Oh my God. So you know these things pretty well.
Absolutely.
I mean, you made it look super easy.
Yeah, we do them all day long, man. You know, from the guys out there in the shop machining to being in here. So we like to think we know them like the back of our hands. So.
Heck yeah, man. Well, here she is, boys. Next step, get the long block together, and then we'll get it in the old work truck.
Heck yeah.
Make some horsepower.
I'm excited to see it.
Thanks again, dude.
Of course, dude.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
This stuff right here, this is all stuff that's coming in here. This is kind of, when stuff gets shipped in, this is where it goes. Waits in line to get on the schedule, you know, to come apart. Then in this particular area, this is Nick's area here. Nick does all of the disassembly work. He does all of the final clean work, a lot of the pre-inspection, probably one of the most important spots in the shop right here, because we determine kind of what's wrong, what's going on with them, and what needs to get done to get them right, you know. So if anything's going on with an engine, this is where we find it, usually right here. So blocks will come over here. This is where we do a lot of the sleeve work, where we bore the blocks for sleeve. Miles is getting ready to put, this is a billet Coyote block actually that we're getting ready to do some sleeve work on, install sleeves. This is a little bit different of a process compared to what we do with the cast blocks over here, but still somewhat similar, you know. We still got to make sure that our presses are correct, that our sleeves are straight. It's crucial to get the blocks as perfectly straight before you put a sleeve in it, you know. So this is what we do here, is bore them out and get them ready for the sleeve work. Check it out. Here's some sleeves going together. Same sleeves that we use on the other cast Coyotes, the LA sleeve. Dave makes them for us. So pretty neat. They're pretty.
Yeah, man. Your
engine is a Gen 3 block that we're building you. And you guys will see that in the assembly room going together today. But that process there is the block comes in and then it goes in this machine and just gets the rough machine work done. These blocks here are getting ready to get sleeves installed in them, so they're all ready. You can see we've bored the block. We've actually honed this block to get the exact amount of press that we're looking for. And once again, make sure that it's perfectly as straight as it could possibly be. So these right now are ready for sleeves to be installed.
Got quite a few waiting there, man.
Yeah, quite a few ready to go. There's some more on the shelf back here. Here's some that have sleeves in them. If you want to take a look at these. So this is a Code Red engine for Shelby America, 1200 horsepower, one of the highest production OEM cars ever produced. We've built 30 of them for Fat House. So this is a little welding area. We've got obviously all of Miller welders. We do all of our own repairs in-house, you know, any kind of fabrication work, anything like that, you know. This whole center area here, this is really designed to just to do crankshafts, camshafts, connecting rods. We balance all of our crankshafts. We install our Mallory right here. So we use the Bridgeport to come in, machine the counterweights for Mallory, heavy metal. We use this machine here to install our Mallory. So the counterweight slides over, we press our Mallory in with it, no beating on the cranks or anything like that. Typical lathe, every machine shop has a lathe. We use this mainly for turning our Mallory down, polishing the crankshafts, the camshafts, the journals. We've got different coarse grits for different finishes, kind of what we're looking for, you know. And then a crankshaft balancer, very similar to a tire balancer. If any of you guys have ever balanced a tire, it tells you if it needs weight added or removed in particular areas. If it needs it removed, we'll drill on it or we'll grind on it a little bit. Or if it needs weight added, you know, we put Mallory in it over there.
You guys mainly use like a factory
crankshaft,
yeah, like that's wild, man.
Yeah, the Coyotes mainly use a factory crankshaft. We are working on some billet crankshaft stuff for the big power builds, but I'd say probably 95 or 96% of the engines that we do are a factory crankshaft.
That's wild.
Yeah, I mean, even the V10 R8 stuff's all factory crankshaft. The 2Js are factory crankshafts, so almost everything we build here is a factory crank. So it needs a lot of work too, you know, so you gotta do a lot of balance work and validate them. Jared here, Jared does all the final block work stuff. So Jared's doing a Coyote right now. He's setting all the mains on it. So he'll put the mains on it. He machines the mains flat. He'll torque all the main caps up on it, and then we'll line hone that to get that perfectly straight. All of our clearances in that area are within 2/10. So it's a very precise process. So Jared's getting ready to put this block in here. We actually, you see these boards up here, we actually line hone these right side up, so the mains are down actually. So the weight of this mandrel is supported by the iron of the mains. Most guys do it the other way. We do it that way because it doesn't drop the main saddle in the block at all. So we just feel like it's a little bit more accurate. We'll come down here. Our cylinder head section right here, we try to keep everything in a particular area. So any of our valve jobs or valve work gets done in this area. This is all a VGS 20 Sun-In machine. It's a formed seat cutter. The days of stones and all that stuff are over. It uses a profiled cutter that we call out, you know, for different particular cylinder heads. So that's where we do all of our valve work. Our surface work, it gets done right here. Cylinder head goes in. Cylinder head goes in, and this comes across and surfaces them flat. Pretty straightforward. All the machine shops have that. Some more cylinder heads going through. 2Js, Coyotes, Lamborghini stuff, GTR stuff. It's about the gist of everything that we do, you know, is those those particular engines. Old Sun and hone, we use this hone to hone the blocks prior to putting sleeves in them. Like I was saying earlier, it's crucial to get the block as straight as it possibly can. The straighter that is, the straighter the sleeve will stay, the straighter the bore will stay, and the better it'll stay sealed up. So we work really, really hard at getting that step and that process done first correctly. So the blocks will come in here, they'll get honed, they'll get sized so we have that proper amount of press. And that's what we use this one for here. When we do the finish work, we'll go over here and we finish them in this Sun, an SV15, and it's essentially just newer technology. It functions very much the same as that there. Does a little bit more auto dwelling. It allows you to keep the cylinder a little bit straighter. And this side we use all diamond stones and abrasives instead of the vitrified stuff like on that machine there. Torque plates, everything gets torque plated. I've got multiple plates that go on both sides of the engine. Over here and gets final cleaned again, and then it comes in the assembly room. And I'll bring you in there and we'll show you that process.
That's where the magic happens.
Come on in, yeah, the yellow brick road right there.
There we go.
So this is the assembly room. This is where all the magic happens. AJ assembles the majority of all the engines here. This is one going together for Fat House. Some of these sleeves over here, we were talking about installing sleeves, batching sleeves, making sure all that stuff's right. Here's a batch. You saw some of those blocks out there. We batch our sleeves, we measure them in 6 different spots, and then we get an average for them. And we actually have to work on these a little bit. You could see that we take and we roll the edges of them and we smooth them out as best that we can so they go in without dragging any material up or anything like that. So now all of these sleeves here are going to get final cleaned, and then those blocks will get final cleaned, and then they'll get mated together, and that's when all the magic happens. So
a lot of little TLC, a lot of love you put into these things, man.
That's it, man. That little bit makes a big difference, that's for sure.
Hell yeah.
So that's for sure.